So we can start.
Yes. Hi everyone, good evening. So this is Perfect Puja. Adjective is perfect. So I work in talent acquisition department at Health Edge. So one childhood memory, I would say the day when my sister born. I was 13 years old when she was born. So that was still I can remember that moment. I'm holding her in my hand. So this is one of the great memory I had in my childhood days.
Awesome, that's amazing. Let's hear for Perfect Puja, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, cameras off है तब भी आप clap कर सकते हो. We can sense it. Okay, Malti, over to you.
Yeah, hi everyone, this is Malti here. So my adjective, I would tell marvelous Malti. So I come with over 8 years of experience and I'm currently working for Health Edge into a talent acquisition team. So one of the childhood memory that I would like to share, I would tell my first meet of my best friend when I was in standard 1. So that was a best memory.
Okay, so first when you met your first friend. Okay, that's interesting. That's marvelous, Malti. That's amazing. Over to you, Samruddha.
Yeah, hi. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
So I'll start with an adjective, right? So stoic is what I understand myself as a stoic person, right? My name is Samrit. Samrit stands for prosperity. I have a 8 years experience in team management and product management. I work at Vico Binary Semantics at Gurgaon in Gurgaon. And a childhood memory that I would always cherish is Saturday mornings. You know, when you have your exams finished on the Friday and you know that you wake up on the Saturday morning and you don't have the schools, you don't have to go to any tuitions, and you just have to open your computers and play games all day and sleep and eat whatever you do with your friends
Right.
and family. So that's one of the best memories that I ever had.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And welcome to the community. Yes, Rushul, over to you. Rushul, you are on mute. He's very excited. He's like mute पे ही बोल देते हैं.
Okay. Hello everyone. This side Rusha. My adjective is ravishing Rusha. So I'm working as a technical lead with Siemens. I'm based from Bangalore. And my childhood memory would be during my childhood days. I used to visit to my nanny's house in Sundays, and we used to play cricket with all the cousins and all. So yeah, it was a good time. So yeah, I would
Awesome.
miss those days. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
All right, we'll move to Raju.
Yeah, hi. Hello, everyone. Are you able to see me?
Yes.
Yeah. So myself, Raju, Richman Raju. So I'm from Bangalore. I have around 10 plus years of experience in IT. One of the memory which I can recall from my childhood during school days, right? So every year we need to pay the fees. So our parents were not coming to the school and pay the fees like now we do, right, for our kids. So like that time we used to, even though if we have money, some days we used to keep it with ourselves. You know why? Our headmasters used to send back to the home. So we used to take advantage of them. For few days we used to go out to so that we'll enjoy with our friends. After
Did you invest somewhere? Did you invest in the stocks? Probably got some returns or something short term.
We were not
No?
knowing, right, stocks and all. We just
Okay.
we don't know about that one. What is the how we can use and invest that time. So we just wanted to enjoy with our friends. So if
Right.
we get bunk the school, then we used to enjoy with friends. That's
I
what
think that's amazing. That's
it
amazing.
was.
Thank you for
Funny
sharing.
and most enjoyable days actually.
Yeah. उस time पर काफी interesting रहता है, I would say. I'll tell you about myself. My name is Astonishing Abhishek Gulia, and I am into public speaking. I help people become better speakers, like you guys and other people in corporate and all of that. So, been in this field now with 10 years experience, multiple stages and multiple places. And one childhood memory. Yeah, one childhood memory would be, my first interaction with, so I'm with fire. So I'm very curious. I was a very curious kid. I always wanted to know how things work. So fire was one thing where, it was super new for me when I was a, 4 years, 5 year old. So I used to, take matchstick and, burn some magazine paper or newspaper and just going behind the bed and then burning it in secrecy and all of that. And one day the bed caught fire. And then everybody knew that I was doing something amazing. So not the whole bed like per se, but some to usme kuch jal gaya aise karke. I was like, okay, then I got to know. But I think those are some sweet memories which are out there. Interaction with fire. Awesome. So I think that's amazing. Thank you everyone for sharing your introductions. Today we'll be doing two things. I'll tell you, because we are going to learn some basic things around content. I know that you have been through the office. A lot of work has been delegated and done. So thoda sa light rakhenge, ठीक है ना? And we'll do some practice session also, so that you're able to practice your speech across. So before that, we'll do one simple exercise. It is a story building exercise, okay? Where we'll be dividing you into two groups. Okay, one group can have 2 people, one group can have 3 people. Okay, and we'll be giving you 2 words. So in each group, you'll be allotted directly. Aap usme jayenge, and there I'll just come and then I'll be sharing ki this is the kind of story that you have to build on, and then आप उसके ऊपर 5-7 minute discussion करें. You can do a 5-7 minute discussion and then come up with the story and share it with the group. Okay. So I think I'll just open these meeting rooms. I think you can join these breakout rooms. It will be prompted across on your screen now. Yeah. Yes. Have you joined?
No, we are all in the same group only. It has not been divided into 2.
Okay. Can you see breakout rooms maybe somehow? No? Okay. So what I'll do is that I'll just assign you manually, probably that way it can work. Awesome. So I think, all right. So guys, you are in the same team, Malti and Samrud. So you have to build a story which has 2 major elements. Okay, one is water, and one is water, and one is tree. Yes, some story which has a very significance in having water and having a tree, which are the protagonist. They can be the protagonist also, or they can be some main characters. Yeah. Okay. So you have 5 minutes for that now, and then we will be listening to your story.
So, sure. So, Samrud, we have had your first day, right? First day class anyway. So that
You know Kannada then?
Yeah, I know Kannada.
Good to know.
All right. Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
Abhishek,
sir.
we can hear you.
Awesome. Okay, so what you have to do is that I'll give you 2 words, and from there you have to create a story and then present it to the people. Okay, jointly आप करके आप story बनाइए and then share it with the people. So one is a horse your story should have a horse, and one is okay.
Horse and
Can you
Horse
repeat,
and
Abhishek?
cloud, badal.
The
Okay.
cloud.
So you have 10 minutes for this, and we'll be starting at 8:25. Okay.
Okay. We have one cloud and one horse.
yeah.
Horse on the cloud.
What story we can make?
Something like let's make right. We used to pray for a horse in our villages and all, right? So let's make like it will be there like something God,
Okay.
and we can pray something our desires to that. Something
Okay.
can add something, or
Okay.
you have any idea?
Yeah. So I think horse and cloud can be related to rain and all.
Yeah, when I was thinking of the same. So horse, we project it as a god, then we'll project cloud as a rain. So as we pray to the horse, then
Yeah. Good night.
yeah. So how do we start?
We can start with once upon a time in some village.
Yeah.
So from childhood days.
Okay.
What exactly, how much is the duration and all? We have to keep something 10 minutes, or that is for discussion?
I hope 10 minutes is for discussion. Maybe our story would be for 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay. Okay. I can do the narration, but one guy can be like horse and one guy. But how then we should involve ourselves, like 3 people.
Yeah.
So we can say once upon a
That's what-
time.
Yeah, once upon a time there was a city where they're not able to
It
they
was a
didn't
small
see any
village.
water. Yeah, without water they were
Yeah.
struggling. So when finally someone came from the forest or something like that, so he told like, "Will we have to pray for the god which is
So
there?"
somewhere we can write it down and we can share the notes.
Yeah, sure.
We can take it up.
So once upon a time in a village called, so what do we call that village?
Anything.
Or whatever it is, Vijayanagar.
Okay.
Rampur, Raipur.
Yeah, Raipur, yeah.
Huh.
Raigad.
Rampur, whatever.
Once
Raigad.
upon a time in a village called Rampur.
Yeah.
Then in a village called Rampur.
There was drought-like situation, and for ages the rain was not happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people are searching for water, and they used to bring water from long distance.
Huh.
I think you can just type it on your thoughts so that we can make a story out of these words only.
Yeah.
I mean, whole group will present one story, right? It's not like
Yes,
each and
yes,
every
yes. No,
Yeah.
one story.
whole 3 people. So we need to have a sync then what story we have. Okay, let me try one.
Once upon a time in a village called Rampur, there were drought-like situation where people used to get water from different village, from next village by walking 2 to 3 kilometers.
Yeah.
So this was the practice in the village for almost a decade. So then somebody has to come and tell them, right, that there is a god.
People used to walk few miles. Few miles to water. Wow.
Okay, so I'm just typing here. Are you able to see?
Okay, you are typing.
Yeah, I think just type whatever your thoughts so that we can make some sentence.
We used to walk few miles to get water, but you can add some.
That's what. Yeah, just keep on.
Hapur of the near village refused
Yeah.
to give the water this time around and start demanding money or something.
Yeah. It's nice. Yeah.
Who owns the started? Who owns most wells?
What we will call it as they will do. They will sit for some tapasya.
Worship.
Yeah.
Priest.
So one of the Swami sat for a tapasya for a long time to resolve this issue for his village. So
You
suddenly,
can tell in his dream
yeah,
he saw some puja and he started performing.
yeah. So he was sat for a tapasya to resolve this issue, and suddenly after few days, or after few days, something
Some
like in a
dark
cloud.
clouds started to appear.
Cloud. And in the cloud, he saw some horse kind of creature like a god. So
Yeah.
then he requested or prayed him, and the god asked, the horse asked, what do you want? I'm impressed about your tapasya, and he asked what you want. And he told, he will tell like, my village is struggling for water, so please give. That's it. See if you can add anything, we can add it.
One emotional thought that came to my mind was one day one pregnant woman was carrying a water, then she suddenly fell down.
Yeah.
So then immediately there she fell down in front of a temple, like you guys know, right? There would be early ruksha in the villages, they call it as people tree. So she dropped, she fell down in front of that, and there one god came, and she maybe that god would be the horse, as you said. Then they gave her some kumkum and some stuffs, and they told her to go and put it in the wells of your villages, where all the wells are there in your villages. So then she did it as the same what it was told by that horse. Next day, suddenly the all of a sudden, even in the summer, the clouds were formed and it started raining, something like that.
Yeah, I think we get that.
It is good only. So what I was thinking, like, we should go, the final conclusion will be one. Either we can take one guy sit for tapasya, or someone came and gave that aksheta. So, we should decide one conclusion.
Yeah.
We can tell many problems in between.
Yeah.
The conclusion should be one.
Right, you're right.
Yeah. So
how to distribute? I mean, how we will start? Who will start? I mean,
okay. So I think you can start, Rushil. What I will do is I will, once you start, right, you tell the problems. Okay. So like there was a Rampur and no water, and people were used to bring from a long distance. Okay, and after a few days they are also running out of water, and they started charging.
Awesome. How is it going, guys?
Yeah.
It's good, Abhishek.
Yeah.
At the end, yeah.
Chalo, last 2 minutes. Title,
Okay.
title. आपने मेरे को देखा मैंने. You have chosen a title or something. I think that's good. Let's see how it goes. Next 2 minutes, you will get an option to join back in the main session. Okay.
Okay.
Chalo. And what you have to do is that you all present like slide some bits of the story, not only one person.
Okay.
So that you can just say, okay, this is what happened, and then probably now the next part can be shared by Raju. And so on. Okay. Chalo. All the best.
Okay. So yeah, Rushil, you are up to explain there. Okay. until they started charging money for
Okay.
water. Okay.
Okay.
The next thing is you start with your issues, or you can tell one issue. Only 3 members are there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell one problem, and the next she will tell. Okay, she will tell with the pregnant lady issue.
Okay.
No.
Okay, and you have to give me till there was a Swami who
Mhm.
sat for tapasya, and you give it to me.
Mhm.
Then I will
You tell.
continue. He sat for few days.
Mhm.
Then
So
yeah.
I will explain this part till I have just put in the comment chat till this one.
So long distance. So okay, wherever you'll stop, I'll start from there.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So now we got a contest, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
One
So what
pregnant
would be our topic? I mean,
Title.
yeah, title.
worship.
Horse answers the clouds or something like praise.
No, something like if we pray for God, we can get anything in life. Something like that.
True wishes comes true.
Yeah, exactly. True.
So what is the title? Sorry.
True wishes come true.
Okay.
True.
So you will be starting with the title, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess we have to leave this breakout room in 46 seconds. Okay, we have time.
True wishes come true.
Okay.
Correct. Yeah, it's nice name.
So what is the moral of our story?
That's what true wishes come
Wishes
true.
come true. Okay.
That's amazing. So I think now we have both groups. Now we have both groups here. I think that's amazing. How was your experience? Maybe if you can share starting experience kya tha and ending karte karte kya experience raha. Raju is smiling a lot. He's like very happy with the story, I think.
No,
He's the
it's a
person
good
who has done
interact,
the homework and full marks. Huh?
No, it's not like that. It's very nice to interact with each other the first time, right? So,
Right.
and sharing thoughts is also a positive thing here.
Awesome. I think that's amazing.
So, and learning each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's great. Hanji, Samruddha, how was your experience?
Oh, it's nice. Initially, I thought I was blank. And as soon as I started talking to Malti and kind of interact, yeah, I think it went pretty well. The discussion part was really nice.
Awesome. I think that's amazing. So what are the titles of your stories?
For us, it's true wishes come true.
True wishes come true.
Yeah.
Acha. Okay, that's interesting. What about you guys?
We are simple. You have water and tree, bonded for life.
Okay, bonded. Can you come up again?
Water and
for
tree,
life.
bonded for life.
Bonded for life. Okay, awesome. I think that's amazing. So I'll host you and probably then you can start. First, who wants to go first? कोई बोलेगा कौन सा फर्स्ट जाएगा कौन जाएगा बोलो तो.
We can go for it.
We can
Okay.
go.
अब तो बोल दिया हो गया. Bidding is done. So Malti and Samruddh, over to you guys. So you have the first story coming up. So yes, let's start.
Right. So the story is very simple, but very, very interesting. Far away from the land, right, there was someone known as a seed, grounded deep inside earth, all alone, with nobody to help it live a life, feeling all alone, was enriched by someone who would stay with it for the rest of its life. In comes rain and droplets of water in the soil. The seed gets nourished and start growing like a baby. Here, we understand that humans and nature are one in nature. So the seed is a baby, and the water that nourishes it is the mother. As soon as the water nourishes the seed, it starts to grow and becomes a small plant. A small plant is very eager to go everywhere that it can go, but can only survive on as much water as it can take. As it grows further, it starts to realize that it has many other benefits that it can give to others. But one thing remains constant: water always stays with it. It grows further and further, and it becomes a very big tree. Now, it does not need water, as a lot of adults don't need their mothers or fathers that much. They're not dependent on it. But the trees start to realize it, that he can give to others as much as she has received. So further, I would like Malti to explain how much the tree can give to humans and what will happen next.
Thank you, Samrud. So as Samrud said, we are comparing water with a mother and tree to a child. So as you all know, we are dependent on our parents to the certain level. So over a period of time, once we are, very matured enough to own the things independently, we start growing and we serve outside the outside to the society in a better way. The same way the tree also in returns give its best to the society. It not only helps us to breathe, it gives a shade to us. It is also a main thing, like it gives a food not only to humans but also to animals and plants. So this is all about. That's it, nothing much. Thank you.
Okay, I think that's amazing. That's amazing. Let's hear for them, guys. Put it up. Awesome. So can you guys guess? So they already know, but can you guys guess what were the two words that were given to them?
Seed and water.
Seed and water. Okay. What else? Anybody else has a thought?
I think one was water, another one I'm not sure.
Okay. Raju?
Yeah, water and baby.
Water and baby. Okay. Okay. Very good. What were your words, guys?
Water and a tree.
Water and tree.
We were very close, actually.
Right. They were very close. I think that's amazing. Great. So I think that's amazing. Thank you for sharing your story. एक स्टोरी में काफी इंटरेस्टिंग प्लॉट बनाना, चीजें करना है. I was able to think that आपने कुछ इमोशन से लेकर उसको ग्रो करा, and then you took across into emotion. I think that was fabulous. What did you like about their performance, guys?
I like the continuity. I think so. They did not break, or there was no thought pauses for long movement. It was like smoothly, continuously. So it was good coordination between them.
Awesome. I think that's great. Awesome. I think that's fabulous. Thank you for sharing the story of the water and the tree. Let's hear the next story here. So what is the title that you have?
2 wishes come true.
Okay. So in this world which is full of lies and a lot of dreams break every day, today we have a story which will break your heart to make not only your eyes cry, but also make you believe that if you have true dreams, that will come true. And this story is presented by some amazing people here. Let's welcome them.
Thank you, Abhishek. So our story, as Abhishek has told, is titled by 2 wishes come true. So once upon a time, in a village of Rampur, people were living in a land without any river and sea. People used to walk 1,000 miles to get water from nearby villages. So the new other villages has started charging the water money, and the people now has to pay money to the Thakurs. The Thakurs has started refusing the water, and to know the other part of the story, I will give it to Pooja.
Thank you, Rishil. So yes, so one fine day, one sunny day, a pregnant woman was getting a water from that village by paying amount. So while she was on her way back, she suddenly fell down, broke that entire pot was broken, and she was literally crying because there was no other pot in her home to even to cook or even to drink water. So she need to feed her family. There were grandparents in her home, there were parents in her home, so there were not even a single drop of water. She just fell down, just she slipped this stone. So she was just sitting there under the people tree. It was a panchayat stone, and she was sitting there, and she was just literally crying, crying, crying. And all of a sudden, a priest uh, comes in front of her. So, and that priest comes in front of her, So the next, what that priest tell her and what they did for to get the water will be explained by Raj.
Yeah, so that priest, right? The priest, or we'll call it as a Swami. So that what he was, he tried to console her, and he was observing all the problems of the village, and then he told, I will try to find a solution for all of our villagers. So he was walking around the village and getting the water. So suddenly one day, everyone on the way to get the water, he got disappeared in the forest. So then people were thinking he was a spiritual guy, okay, and worshipping for a god, okay, for such problems. So people were started thinking, okay, something he went to worship to a god to resolve our issue. So he went to in the forest and sat in a banyan tree for a tapasya. So after few days, he in continuous praying to the god, right? So he suddenly started feeling some vibrations around him, and there was thunderstorms and lightning. And he was started hearing the sound of the horse running towards him. Okay,
Right.
and he feels the vibe of someone is coming to me. Okay, so then someone whispers, he heard some whispering voice from a horse. So then suddenly he opened his eyes, and he just saw up in front of him. So there was a horse which was floating on the clouds. So the horse asked him, what you want, my son? I am here to help you. So then he explained all the problems of his village. Okay, then here the horse told, okay, I will resolve you. You will be having enough of water for your lifetime. So yeah, and he was thankful to him, and all the villagers were happy with that solution. That's all. Thank you very much.
Awesome. I think that's amazing. Let's hear for them. Yeah, put it up.
Yeah.
Right.
So
You did
the
a Mahabharata, out of it.
moral of the thing is,
So
true wishes
spiritual
always
and
come true.
Right. I think that's amazing. What did you guys feel? Malti and Sumrud?
Oh, that's nice. It's like a
It
game
was
of Thrones
nice.
meeting Mahabharata and coming up with something entirely new, and
The
which is
content was very good, in fact.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's amazing. क्या लगा आप लोग को क्या लगा अच्छा? Rochelle, what was the internal thought like when you were creating this? How was the process going across for you?
I think it came across well. I think when we were discussing among ourselves, so we only had a sketchy ideas. We thought like we put things in place, but we did not put a predefined structure to that. So we only had certain bits and pieces. So we made
Right.
story out of it.
So let's guess what words were there from which you created this Mahabharata story.
Money and water.
Sorry, so Malti says
It's money and water.
money and water. Okay. Samrud, what do you think?
Water is there. The other word I can just say that I'm really not sure about it.
Okay,
I'm very much into priest though. I really like the character of the priest who just went away. But is it horse? Should it be horse? Yeah. Great.
Nicely guessed, huh? So one is horse and the other is
Cloud.
cloud. Awesome. So I think that's amazing. We get only two words. जो दो नाजान से अनजान से वर्ड थे ये दो innocent words were there, and then you created the whole story, both of the groups. I think that's amazing. What you did today is you challenge your mind to think beyond what could be thought, and that is amazing to get started, because any good speaker is always ready for being creative, being open to ideas, being in that direction. And that way, both groups have done fabulous. Yeah, awesome. Give yourself exercises like these also, so that you can become creative a lot. Great. So we'll move to the next piece of this session. I'll give you very simple format for any speeches that you'll typically do. So follow this format. This will be helping you. We'll be elaborating this format, broadly into how to broaden this, how to put more content. But ये एक format मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ. इसको ऐसे follow करेंगे ना, so that the whole thing is complete. Okay. So when you order food, what do you usually have before the food? And then, so how does your dinner experience go when you're going outside, or maybe when you're at a marriage? What do you try first? Snacks. Okay. First, so Samrut says snacks.
Desserts.
Desserts, huh? Firstly, dessert, huh? Khatam. Okay. Sweets. So Raju and Pooja say sweets.
I think appetizer.
Yes.
Appetizers. So she'll go for appetizers. Malti, what do you go for?
It is just you're asking about the dinner in marriage, or
No,
the plan of the marriage is what
I'm
you're
saying if you're
about.
going on a marriage, what do you try first?
Okay, I would start with starters only.
Okay, you would go for the starters. Okay. So then once you have had starters and chit chat, and then you go for the main course, I believe, right? And then you go for the
Right.
The sweets or maybe something of that sort. So Raju and Pooja has already had sweets. Now what is your order? Sweets at home or sweets snacks at home? Yeah, sweets dinner and fish snacks. What?
Maybe sweets, main course. I don't like starters much.
Khatam. Starters are out. Okay. So so somewhat similar way, we do for the content pieces as well. So whenever we are presenting anywhere, if we are following this three basic things, okay, one is your introduction, then is your body, and then is the conclusion. That way the speech can be a little complete. Okay, so we'll do some exercise. I'll give you a demo also for this, and then I'll give you words where you have to present it. Okay, because speaking skills is not a part where you learn theory and then you learn it. You learn it by doing it. So we'll be doing it here, and then we'll be taking it across. So so first is introduction, second is body, and third is conclusion. Okay, in the coming sessions we'll be elaborating on how to create amazing introductions, how to create amazing body, how to put content, and how to do amazing conclusions. Okay, but today we'll be focusing on only doing introduction, body, and conclusion. Okay, so I'll give you a demo for this. Can anybody give me a word, quick word? Any two words probably. Give me any two words.
Education students.
Education
Students.
Okay. You might have seen that how we as human species have grown a lot in these years. But I must say one very important aspect of being a great learner, and which you cannot learn by maybe talking to somebody or maybe doing things across. You learn it by being a student in your life. Hi guys, my name is Abhishek Gulia, and today I'm going to talk about importance of being a student in life and how being good education can transform your life from an average Joe to an amazing personality. Do you think education is somewhat helping us elevate from one level to another? What do you think? Yes, no? It does.
Yes, of course.
It does. It elevates our thought process. And that not only helps us raise our living standard, but also our mental standard. So I have met a lot of people who have created their fortunes, and I've also met people who have stopped being a student. So they stop learning after some time, and then they are stagnated at those life stages. And that is what one should avoid to do. In last, I would want to say that growth is important for life. Sorry, growth is important for life to become awesome. And if you keep learning, you'll be keep growing across in your life. Thank you. Sorry. All right, done. Were you able to see introduction, body, and conclusion?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. I don't know how. So now, sorry, there's a little cold in here, so that's why there's a little cold out.
Are
Okay,
you in
awesome.
Delhi or
So
Vishal?
what I'll do is that I'll give you one word now, same ways may, and then you have to try to create an introduction, body, and conclusion. Okay. Uh, it might be a little mental barrier, but don't worry, we are all friends, we are all people to help you. So however it comes, let's try to focus on first introduction, then a body, then a conclusion. Okay, and we'll try to give you feedbacks. Sound good? Okay. We'll do a order of Malti, Rushil, Pooja, Sumrid, and Raju. Okay. All right. So this is a word. So we'll do word on random. Okay. Can you see the screen?
Yeah.
So these kind of generators are there online. So for you, first word is so you can let's take one word only. Probably that ways it would be interesting. आप one word से शुरू करो, and फिर we can see how it goes. ठीक है. So your word is kite.
Right. Okay. Do we get a time to prepare, or we have to start it
Then just
immediately?
go for
also?
it. Let's build. Let your memory muscle build.
Okay.
Okay, let's do this. Let's take a minute or so.
Okay.
Like let's take a minute. I agree on that. Let's take a minute. Like I'll just give you words for each. Take a minute, think about it, and then speak. Okay, that sounds good. Okay, so Maldi, over to you. It is kite. So for the next, who is next? Rushil. Yours is butterfly.
Okay.
Pooja, yours is computer. Samrud, yours is bridge.
Thanks.
And Raju, yours is jacket. Okay. Take a minute to get aligned and all right. So we'll start now. ठीक है? So over to you,
Yeah.
Malti. I'll give you a 1 minute
Sure.
timer from here. Okay?
Sure. Okay. Hi, everyone. So to start with, I would tell, so whomever it is, if we are working person, or if we are a student, I feel that everyone should have an outdoor activities interest as well to keep them healthy mentally as well as, I mean, mentally healthy. To have that, to start with, I feel everyone in their life, they should have their external activities as well. So I would tell kite is one of the hobbies or activities that one would that would make a person feel good when they go outside and have that kite flying in the air, which makes them feel happy, good feeling that will keep that person mentally good as well as active. So, conclusion, I would tell, so one should not stick to the particular work. They should have an other activities on the other side, which makes them happy doing it.
Awesome. I think that's amazing. Let's hear for Malti, guys. Put it up. Okay. How did you feel, Malti?
No, lot many things running in the mind, but I couldn't put it in words. That is what I felt.
No issues. What are you able to like follow the 3 steps that I told? What do you think?
Body content, yes, I was able to do it, but not to that level.
Okay. Okay. Let's see what people found in your speech. So first of all, guys, in her
Sure.
speech, what was the conclusion? Let's go for the desserts first. Yes.
The conclusion was don't want to stick to a single thing or single work. So we have to enjoy life. One life we have to enjoy. So this was the
Enjoying
conclusion.
life was kind of the ending part of the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, that's amazing. What did you all like? One thing you liked in her speech?
Like when she mentioned about like we should be very well indulge in other activities as well. I mean, I feel like we say this to ourselves as well, but we don't really act upon it. But I think this is something that you want to convey it in a very strong message.
Right. I think that's amazing. What else? What else? Anything else you liked, Rushil or Raju? Pooja to daily basis pe I know Malti. I'll tell her afterwards, huh? I'll tell her in the office, huh? They're from the same office.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think I like her articulation. She was pretty good with her articulation. But, yeah, I think she was able to think fast. That was also because she hardly got any time, so she was able to make things fast, I would say. And yeah, there was a structure to her speech.
Right. So I think that's amazing. Yeah. Anybody wants to say? Okay. So I think good thing is that you attempted the thing. I think that is good. Introductions are usually should be kept a little shorter so that you are able to catch the attention, because introductions are usually to catch the attention of the audience. Body is to tell them the gist, and conclusion is to leave them with some thought. This is um, a kite it can be every kite can save a life. Give a kite to anybody um, who is saying that he's lonely. Give him a kite. Let him fly the
Okay.
kite or something of that sort. But I think that's amazing. I would also request, what you can also do is that try to keep your camera on a little at a place which is like your hands can be a little visible, and motions can
Okay.
happen. Because right now
Yeah.
it is more around your body language is not coming out, so that is very
Mhm.
important for a confident speaker to be.
Okay.
चलो, I think that's good. Great. And एक और homework है सबके लिए, मैं पहले ही बता देता हूँ. Whatever word you have got, you have to now, since you have understood the activity, now you have to record 1 minute video and send it in the group. Okay. and थोड़ा सा उसको अच्छे से बनाओ, this is what it is and this is how it is. So you have the weekend for itself. आप आज ही बनाओ, कल बनाओ, but बना के जरूर डालना है, ठीक है? A 1 minute video. Okay, next please.
So,
Rushil.
yeah, so my word is butterfly. For butterfly, for me, signifies growth. A small little butterfly which grows from a cocoon to a beautiful growth butterfly. So, as humans, we also have this same tendency to follow the circle of life. When we are little, as a kid, we start crawling ourselves, and then we learn new things and we start growing ourselves. We have different stages in our life. We become adults, we have priorities changes for us. As an adult, as a kid, the priorities are different. As a kid, you only want fun, you want activities to be indulged. But as you grow older in your life, your priorities change. You become a family man, you think about your own kids. So it's a circle of life. For me, butterfly signifies that. And there are a lot of stages in the human life also, which we should cherish. And as each and every stage, there are different duties and responsibilities which we should inculcate in our lives. And for me, that is what for me a butterfly has. It has a stage where it grows from a cocoon, then it becomes a butterfly, and again the circle of life follows. So that's the story for.
Awesome. I think that's amazing. Thank you for sharing. What did you feel?
I think there were a little bit. I made a story, but I was a bit repetitive. Probably I can improve that part. But yeah, I think I was able to
Okay.
make a
No
story out of it. I mean,
issues.
probably more
Guys,
time could be given. I would have
yeah.
done better.
I think that. So, guys, what do you think? Did his story had introduction, body, and conclusion? Which did he had, and what was not there?
I think the intent of the story was really very deep. I would say when
Okay.
you get something with growth and something what we feel like is very nice. So I think the content was very thought. Even at this small time, you could think about it at a very deep level. So that was something I really liked.
I think that's amazing. इसमें ना observation देखो, it's not about personality or how we are speaking. We are all improving in that format. पर इसमें रुशिल देखना, जैसे आपने ना introduction थोड़ा सा touch किया, that was interesting. And then the body was there. And वो body इतना हो गया कि conclusion का time ही नहीं मिला. So conclusions for everybody, I'll just say, introductions are somewhat like you might have seen butterflies flying around in the park. But do you know butterflies signifies growth in life? Today I'm going to tell you about that story. And then this is an introduction, and then you get into the story, and this is how it is. So I would like to say, if you see a butterfly, just don't smile at the beauty, but also get inspired from what it has to offer in your life. Thank you. You get it? अभी थोड़ा सा ऐसा लग रहा है ना कि थोड़ा सा मैकेनिकल सा लग रहा है, आई नो दैट, लेकिन once you are able to articulate your thought structure, put it into a structure ना, because after this I'll give you something called 2-point model, जिसके अंदर थोड़ा सा और elaborative होता है ये सब चीजें, ठीक है? बट एक बार घर पे प्रैक्टिस करो 3-4 वर्ड्स के साथ ना, तो और भी क्लैरिटी आएगी. ओके, नेक्स्ट प्लीज.
Okay.
Okay.
I think cool. Yes, sir.
Yeah, go for it, Pooja.
So, we all are present here are from different generation, I would say, maybe from millennials, Generation Z, some like different generations. So we are in an era of gadgets, I would say. So each and every one we have gadgets, I would say. So one such gadget I would just want to highlight here is the computer. So nowadays it's like a part of our life, not just a computer, maybe laptops, especially mobile phone, tablets. If you see the Generation Z kids or the kids in your home would say they would not have their food or anything, but still they want their phones. So computers was invented to make our life easy, I would say from books, we just moved to the computer, recording everything in the books, we moved to the computer. So I would say computer can understand just zeros and ones. I think everyone knows that. But we humans can understand many languages. So computers are overtaking us right now. I would say like machine learning, artificial intelligence. So we should not leave the computers to override us or overtake us. We are more intelligent than a computer. So I would like to highlight that. And coming to conclusion, I would say, so gadget is not life. We have a very good, beautiful life. So gadget is just a part of our life. So I would say to spend some time with family, friends, or going out rather than using gadgets. So thank you.
Awesome. I think that's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Great. आपको कैसा लगा अपना speech? How did you think? What do you think? Were there 3 elements that you were trying to put in?
I tried putting introduction, body, and conclusion. I might miss some part, but there were so many thoughts in my mind to put down, but I just mixed it.
Okay, let's hear what audience felt. What do you think? Like, what was the emotional feel for the thing, guys?
I think that the dependency on computers and how it affects our lives is something which was highlighted by Pooja, and which is
Right.
very important.
Awesome. Were there introduction था क्या? था या नहीं था? You guys remember?
I think there was something, but did she say, "Hi, my name is Pooja"? I don't know.
Okay.
Like,
Okay. Okay. And conclusion था या नहीं था?
conclusion, yeah.
Yes. हाँ, नहीं.
Yeah, conclusion was there. She added the word that this is the
Conclusion.
He
conclusion.
told
Yeah.
that
He said
Now,
it.
now
that-
understand this. She added the word conclusion. That is where you know that this is conclusion. Okay. A lot of times we have to tell our audience what are we going to say, and in what bracket does he or she has to keep it. So you might have heard speeches. A lot of times this is somewhat intended, and sometimes people say that, okay, so in conclusion, I would want to say that this is the kind of message I want you to take home with. So it's very important to conclude your speech. And if you want to use in conclusion or something, please do that, because उससे याद रहता है बंदे को, अच्छा conclusion में इसने ये कहा था. ठीक है? So I think that's good. Thank you. I can see all of you improving bit by bit. अपने आप recording और देखना and compare it with the first speech that was there. Let's see if there are changes. Okay. So Samrat, over to you.
All right. Hi. Audible, right? Hello. Am I audible, right?
Audible.
Okay, great. So imagine 2 places far away from each other, big sea in between them, no way to go, just to use your boats, your ships, or perhaps tell God to just fly you over there from one place to another, right? Imagine that happened far away in time, before in time. And just a simple thought that, okay, I have to go from here to there. Let's build and construct something so that I can just reach there. A very simple, common thought. And out comes the invention of bridges. Hello, everyone. My name is Samrat, and tonight I'm going to talk about bridges and their importance in our human society. So it's very simple. Nowadays, we see the bridges being a part of our community, which is very much accessible by everyone. But the main key element, what I feel, the architects who started thinking about connecting 2 places together via a bridge are no less than heroes. And to be honest, like if you think about it in a very deeper manner, bridges actually hold a society together. 2 places being connected by a bridge actually helps human beings on a lifespan level. Imagine how many number of hours and how much time has been saved for people to move from one place to another. People who work with jobs, people who work for medical services, and people who want to share resources and whatnot. The importance of the bridge is important as the city itself. So I believe that this is something which is never going to go away from the part of our human society, and which can learn from us. That, in conclusion, I would say that even the smallest common idea can have a very enormous impact. Thank you so much.
Awesome. I think that's amazing. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. How did you feel? It was your first speech here, right?
Yeah, it was. Like again, all other people have so many thoughts, and fortunately, I actually saw a movie in which there was an architect who explained a young architect of what is an important of bridge, right? I did not have the number, but he explained that how many are the humans had actually saved, and how many lifespan the humans saved just because there was a bridge between two cities.
Right.
So
I think that's amazing. But nicely put, yeah. What did you think about your performance?
I think I would give a 3 on 10. I was a bit nervous too.
3 out of 10? Okay.
Yeah, I could do much better, man. I mean, like, why not?
Why?
Like, I
What did
think
you
I
like?
more.
What did you like? Chalo, tell us that.
I like the fact that I could connect the bridges with what affects us.
Awesome. Awesome.
Like,
Let's see what other people felt about your speech. Guys, what do you think about his speech?
I like the introduction part of his speech. I think he
Introduction,
put
you
the
liked it.
introduction where he introduced the bridges and all. So yeah, that
I
was
think
nice.
that's amazing. What else?
Even the conclusion was very good. I mean, keeping the society connected.
Right. I think that's amazing. And clear with, I think. So आप है ना थोड़ा, it is, I think, a good part of yours, because I am hearing you first time speak. You speak slow, and that is good, because you can engage people in creating interest. Creating suspense is amazing when it's slow. But one has to also check it कि थोड़ा पर है ना time पर you have to put energy also into it, so that there is excitement, and that way it becomes amazing. I think that's fabulous. Thank you for sharing that. All right, so we'll move to the last speaker, Raju.
Yeah, hi.
Awesome. So I'll give you the timer, and you can take it across. Go.
Yeah, I would like to talk about one thing which makes you stylish and protect yourself. Okay, the thing which I'm going to talk is also applicable to our life. Okay, so I'm Raju Lakkarnavar here. I'm going to talk about one thing which make you stylish and protection for you, and it's called a jacket. So our life should be like a jacket which makes you look stylish and protects you. So our life should be always get motivated and will be stylish. Okay, jacket like a jacket. So jacket have a lot of advantages. Okay, similarly we should build our own set of characteristics which makes our life beautiful. Thank you.
Awesome. I think that's amazing. So Raju, how did you feel about your speech? Like confidence or content wise?
Okay, but I lot of thoughts are there, but I'm unable to deliver it completely.
That's fine. But I think you introduced very interestingly. Let's hear what audience felt about your speech, guys.
yeah, I was curious. I forgot the word actually, and I was curious about what we wear in this protective thing. I thought it was helmet actually. So I was like,
The
okay,
jacket.
yeah. So it was jacket, and it's like great, and how he could, weave the story out of it, and great.
Awesome. Yes, Rochelle, Malti, Pooja.
I felt like introduction was good, but the body was very limited.
Yes, okay. That's amazing. Rochelle, you have
I
any?
like the introduction part where he was confidently telling I'm Raju, and that part was good. Where he introduced.
Yes. So I think that's amazing. So you were able to categorize your speech, and I must say that you have a element of you know a story element kind of, where you bring in some unique value in your speech. And I think that's good. I could also see that, in the middle you're like thoda sa, should I speak or should I speak not? And I'm like, no, let's go for it. And that is a true sense of a speaker. If there are problems, still you are able to, put it down. Awesome. I think that's amazing. That's fabulous. Thank you everyone for sharing your speeches. I'll be sharing this this recording with you pretty soon. So today we learned basics of two things. One is your introduction, body, and conclusion. What I want you to do now is take this same word, just sit with it, and create a 1.5 minute video with a proper introduction. Maybe introduce the word. Maybe you can take it in a way that uh, put some interesting introduction, put a beautiful body, and then a conclusion to this word. And let's see what comes out. So you can post it in the group so that we all can see and share. And ahead is a weekend, so probably you can practice your speaking times. Did you do free writing exercise? I think Bhakti
Yes.
and Pooja said. What was your experience? Is it
Like,
It
becoming
was good.
day by
Yeah.
day.
okay?
So we could, I could make it as a practice. That is what I felt. So that whatever happens a day, that you put it by end of the
Right,
day in a notebook, you get to know what is the problem that you're facing. As you said, you find a solution there itself.
right.
So it is a good activity altogether.
I think that's amazing. Roshil, आपने किया थोड़ा सा homework?
Yeah, I did actually for yesterday. I haven't done, but previous day I had. I've written
Okay,
pages.
awesome. So I think that's great. So what do you start doing now? Once you start doing these free writing exercise, your character and your problem areas are getting solved, and आपको धीरे-धीरे पता लगता है. You become a clearer person. So that is very important, because that a clear person is somebody who people aspire to be. A
Yeah.
person, he's a genuine person. I would want to know more about the story, and that way it becomes interesting. Awesome. So I think that's fab. So we have the weekend here. Create videos, be the Instagram influencers, and start creating videos across for yourself. Um, and post it in the group. And next session would be on Monday, where we'll be taking up content again, and we'll be working more on content and more on speeches, and then we'll be seeing how it goes. Anybody has a question for me, like in the performance or in general? Anybody has a question?
Yeah,
Yes.
this particular speech that you're talking about, how long do you want us?
1.5 minutes.
1.5 minutes,
1.5 minutes, 90 seconds.
90 seconds.
Right. Awesome. I think with this, thank you everyone. And you have ended your week with a BAM. Now, you can relax for your weekend, enjoy, and thoda sa learning kar lo. Plus, also, if you have somebody in your network whom you think that, these classes can be helpful for, you can introduce them to us. Probably we can talk to them, understand, and they can also join our sessions so that they can become better at their professional speaking. Great. So with this, thank you everyone for joining in, and have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank
You
you.
too. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Right.